The nightmare began on the morning of January 15th, 1947, when a mother walking with her child in a vacant lot in the Limert Park neighborhood discovered a scene from hell. The body of Elizabeth Short was posed meticulously, severed cleanly at the waist, and completely drained of blood. Her arms were raised over her shoulders in a bizarre, wrestler-like pose. She had been viciously beaten, her face slashed from the corners of her mouth to her ears, creating a haunting, cartoonish grin known as a Glasgow smile. The precision of the cuts suggested to coroners that her killer possessed some anatomical or surgical knowledge. The press, particularly the Los Angeles Examiner, seized on the story with lurid fervor. They dubbed her the Black Dahlia, a macabre nickname inspired by her rumored preference for black clothing and the popular film The Blue Dahlia. The investigation that followed was immense and almost immediately overwhelmed. The LAPD received over 50 confessions, all false, and followed thousands of leads that led nowhere. The case was plagued by the media circus, which published every grisly detail, and by the nature of Short's own transient life. She was a beautiful enigma, drifting between cities and men, weaving stories about her past that made it difficult for detectives to separate fact from fiction. One of the most promising suspects was Dr. George Hodel, a prominent and sophisticated physician with a dark side. He was investigated at the time but never charged due to a lack of physical evidence. Years later, his own son, LAPD homicide detective Steve Hodel, became convinced of his father's guilt. In his book, he presented compelling circumstantial evidence: tape recordings where George Hodel is heard making suspicious comments, his proximity to the crime scene, and his known association with a surrealist art circle that might have influenced the body's posed presentation. Despite this, the district attorney's office declined to file charges, stating the evidence was insufficient for a trial. The Black Dahlia case remains the quintessential unsolved Hollywood noir tragedy. It is a story of a young woman's shattered dreams, a killer's unimaginable cruelty, and an investigation lost in a maze of dead ends and public hysteria. The mystery endures, not just as a cold case file, but as a dark and enduring American legend, a symbol of the horrific price that can be paid for chasing fame in the City of Angels.